Let's now bring in former heavyweight world champion and Fox PBC commentator Lennox Lewis. How you doing, Lennox?
Hey, I'm good.
Good to see you. We've got to ask you, what was your initial reaction to seeing Joshua dominated in the way he was by Andy Ruiz?
Whoa, I was really surprised. I was in disbelief, you know. Joshua really went into the fight wrong. He didn't really look prepared. And that was the most of it. He wasn't prepared for what Ruiz had to offer. And, you know, it's really just doing your homework on this guy. And, you know, he's a banger. And he's got fast feet and fast hands. So, you know, there's a certain way you prepare for these guys.
Lennox, you tweeted that you wanted AJ to dump his coach, his trainer. Why? Well,
you know, what I say is, you can't go to university with your third grade teacher. And it's great. You know, I started out and I had a trainer and he taught me the basics. And then he didn't really have anything else to teach me. He brought me to another trainer in Toronto, Adrian Teodorescu, which was a Romanian trainer. He taught me the European style of boxing. He said, I don't have anything more to teach you. I taught you the basics. Now you need to go on and learn more. And then I graduated 3 other coaches as a professional, and each one of these trainers taught me something, and I put them all together, which made me. So, you know, he wants to stay with one coach. That coach is limited. You know, even as a boxer, he was limited. So, you know, there's other trainers out there that know a lot more that, you know, the old coaches. My coach, you know, Manuel Stewart, the best coach out there, trainer. And, you know, he would dissect fighters, tell you exactly what you needed to do, how you would prepare for them, everything. So I think he was lacking that.
You know what, Lennox, it's interesting that you say that because I work with my dad, as you know, and I've trained with my dad from the beginning till now. And so I'm kind of like, I'm a contradiction to what you just said. What do you know about his coach that makes you feel that he's not equipped to, you know, take Anthony Joshua to this level that he needs to be at?
Well, you know, there's a couple things. Like, I could say a lot. I don't want to be, you know, I can say a lot. I don't want to be criticized about it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, you know, they've got their way of training. They believe in that way. You know, it's worked for them for a while. Now I don't think it works for them. You know, other people's figured it out.
Is there a name that you can think of that would be a good fit for Anthony Joshua right now?
Well, I know George Foreman put his name out there, so you know he needs somebody of that caliber to, you know, talk to. And you know, George for me helped my career just by commentating on my fights because I listened to him. And then, you know, if I would go into a fight and they would say, yeah, he's not throwing that jab in there, he's not being authoritative with the jab, I would go and train and come back and be authoritative with that jab. You know, because that's what George said. He knows. He's been there.
Okay. Lennox, moving on. So, Ruiz, what is this win, the Ruiz win, what does it do for the heavyweight division? Let
me tell you, you know, we got to send, to accomplish being heavyweight champion of the world and in the fashion that he did it, you know, he's excellent job. Congratulations to him. I'm very happy with him. For him too. You know, he's probably in cloud 9 right now because I remember winning my first champion. I couldn't sleep the night after. And, you know, what he's done, this is history for Mexico. This is history. And, you know, I would say the first defense should be in Mexico. The whole country will come out for him. I think it'll be a great fight too.
Just from your personal experience, you're obviously on the wrong end of a historical upset to Hasim Rahman. What do you think contributed to your loss? And are there any parallels with what Anthony Joshua went through? And when you lose by knockout to somebody that you were supposed to beat, how do you get your confidence back to get you back in the right place for a rematch?
Okay. You know, I can only say from my point of view. From my point of view, when you lose, you kind of refocus and you kind of think about what happened. For me, I knew what happened straight away. I knew the mistake straight away. So I already corrected it before I even stepped out of the ring. and it was just a one punch. Anybody can get dropped by one punch. Now for Anthony, you know, it wasn't really a one punch. It was more combination punches. And, you know, I don't know if he wasn't mentally prepared for that. And when you're not mentally prepared, you become, there's a shock period. You go through a shock period where you're not focused and you want to get out of there. And I didn't see the focus there that he needed to have. And in some ways, he was disarmed. Anytime people come up to you and say, hey, this guy's going to be easy, you're going to knock this guy out easy, they're disarming you. I never want people to say that to me when I was fighting. I was like, no. This guy, once he can punch, once he weighs over 200 pounds, this guy was 260. 260 is the weight that's coming at you and punching you. Doesn't matter what he looks like. That's what the weight is. And it takes less weight to knock you out. So everybody's dangerous. He was dangerous. He's always been dangerous. I commentated on a fight with him, and I was at ringside. All I could hear was boop, 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 and that was the power of his punches. So I know he hits hard.
Lennox, great to talk to you. We could talk to you for hours. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Well, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you click somewhere around here and subscribe. From fight highlights to exclusive interviews, we have got everything you need as a boxing fan right here on PBC on Fox.